welcome to Secondhand Blasters. This is Normatico here, and today I'm going to be doing a competition and a review between two blasters. No, the competition is not to see if one of you is actually going to win one of these blasters. However, who knows, once I hit that subscriber goal of mine, I might be giving away one of these once a month. Now, regarding the blasters that we're going to be reviewing today, I like to call it the Stryfe. What is the Stryfe? Well, that is the Nerf Elite 2.0 Stormcharge. This is part of the Wild Edition series, and it is essentially a Stryfe reborn, reskinned, reshelled. Not really reshelled, it's more like repainted. This does have a beautiful dark blue with the turquoise blue there, as well as the red. Of course, these attachments, do pop off just like standard Nerf attachments, and what you get is the Stryfe. Ta-da. There you go. It does come with 10 of the Wild Edition darts, and I will say that the Wild Edition darts, I love the way they look. I love the blue with the blue. Again, I just like blue. Sue me. Now, regarding the blaster itself, with Wild Edition, my only complaint is that these do not combine with other Elite 2.0 colors. However, it is what it is. The other blaster that we're going to be doing today is one that is still new in box, and it is still on the shelves if you can find it. Let me go ahead and pick it up here. It is the Nerf Flyte, Stryfe, Alpha Strike, Alpha Strife. I think I like Alpha Strife. Alpha Strife sounds pretty cool. That's going to be its new nickname. Anyways, the Alpha Strife CS10 for Clip System 10. This does come in at $20, whereas the other one comes in at $29. Now, one of them does come with a detachable stock and, of course, a barrel. This one just comes with a solid stock, and it comes with an end strike barrel attachment where you can put your own attachment if you would like. Of course, the longer the barrel, the less performance you're going to get when it comes to distance and feet per second on your chronograph. We're going to actually open up this bad boy right now and see what we get and do a comparison against the two. I'm actually going to load them up with the same 3.7 volt batteries that I use, and we're going to run each other through and see which one is worth the money. All right, so I've got the blaster out of its box itself, and things are not looking good so far about this one. Now, the Alpha Strike, I understand that Alpha Strike brand is supposed to be bare bones. It is a basic blaster that is supposed to be an introduction to Hasbro and to Nerf for younger enthusiasts. I need to show you this. Of course, you do get your darts here. You know, in their usual little foil here that reminds me of something that they would put a fortune cookie in. You get your instructions. You get your magazine. The good news is that you don't have to use a screwdriver to open up the battery tray. The bad news is that it is that cheap, flimsy plastic, and this is a door that is meant to swing open, and you can already see the stress points on the plastic. This is brand new. I have not opened this up until now. It does have a clip right here that clips and closes. That is not the easiest to open up because you actually have two clips that you have to pop in order to have this door slide open. You may wish to use a flathead on this section while you hold this other section in order to pop it open. This is not the easiest door. They scrimped on using an additional screw, and because of that, I hate to use this language, they screwed you and themselves. Just saying. Now, we're going to go ahead and actually load this up. I'm going to see if this can take these batteries. I know that the Stormcharger can. It is 4 batteries, so I'm going to go ahead and actually try to do 3. I know it's a little bit overpowered for this, but if I need to dumb it down, I will. Wow, this is just, putting this back in, it's not fun at all. I guess you slide it down, you push, oh, there we go. You slide it down, you push it, and then you, there we go. Clicks into place. Easy peasy. annoying. Not quite lemon squeezy. All right. Well, there is a sensor here that, of course, you do have to put the magazine in order for it to rev up. That's annoying. Okay, so that does not go in as smoothly as it should. Okay, well, at least it revs. Now, I will say that you do have a trigger release right here. That trigger release is kind of sunken in. It is not, I mean, it does push in. Man, that is really hard to get in there. What am I doing wrong? Okay, you have to jam that magazine in there. That's not fun. Okay, so trigger release. Normally you can just go like this and pull out. The good news is that the magazine is secure. Let's take a look at the Stormcharge. Trigger release. It doesn't fall out, but you don't have to yank on it so hard. So on that one, you pay more, but it's a better trigger release. Oh, wow. Man, that's uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie. That is not very effective here. You do, of course, have a jam door that is basic plastic. I don't see a sensor here, so you can fire with the jam door open. You do get, of course, a tactical rail and one sling point attachment here, one here as well. And technically, if you wanted to, you could put something through here. I don't know if I'd recommend that. Regarding the Stormcharge, you have the one longer tactical rail there. Of course, you do have your own little sight as well that's pre-built in. You have your jam door on this side, and you also have the tactical rail on this side, much like a standard Stryfe. When it comes to sling point attachments, you get one down here and one here as well. And then, of course, if you wanted to, you could just feed it through here easily, but that is entirely up to you. And you get your little carrying handle here as well. Technically, you could put something through that as well to hold it, but that is entirely up to you. That is pretty much it, what I see so far regarding these two blasters. I mean, side by side, they look exactly the same. The same profile, same thing. One is Elite 2.0. This one obviously does not have a magazine in it. This one is Alpha Strike. So this is not exactly the same blaster in the sense that they're identical, but they are all from the, how can I say this? To put it in evolutionary terms, they both have a common ancestor, and that is the Stryfe. Now, we're going to go ahead and actually hook these up to a chrono and then see about doing a distance test with both of these blasters. Okay, so we're about to do a range test. It is a little bit different than what I normally have because unfortunately the parking lot where I would normally shoot from is loaded with cars right now. So we are actually out at one of the local area parks where I have measured this little strip here of quasi parking. Where that green bag is there is about 55 to 60 feet. I don't see that we're going to shoot much further than that. The grass measures to be about 115 feet away. I don't know if these blasters are going to get that far. Of course, I do have the Air Warriors darts loaded in here, and those have the benefit of having a bright yellow tip as well as blue that should pop out in the green just in case they do go into the grass itself. I'm going to go ahead and launch these blasters now. We're going to do an angled shot. Actually, I might do 2 shots of each blaster, 2 angled and 2 straights. And so I guess that's a total of 4 shots with each blaster. And then we're going to see the distance. Let's start off with the Flyte, or the Alpha Strife as I call it. I think I might have lost a couple of darts. Let's go straight. That definitely cleared that 60 feet distance. Up next, we're going to do the Stormcharge. I'm going to go do a quick dart recovery really quick and see how far these things went. I think I might have lost a couple of darts in that tall grass back there. Okay, so we are back from the outdoor distance test, and as I thought, I lost about 2 darts. Which, you know what? Meh. They're the Air Warriors darts. I paid $5 for a box of 50 of them, so I'm not too worried about that. We are actually going to do the accuracy test like I normally have been doing, where I try to go ahead and shoot between those 2 doors down there. I'm going to do with the Stormcharge. We're going to do, I believe there's 9 rounds left in this magazine. And then I'm going to do the same thing again with the Flyte, which also has 9 rounds. So, thankfully I'm using the Air Warriors darts, which tend to be a little bit more accurate than the Elite darts. So, we can get behind the camera, gets that 25 plus foot distance, and we'll get going. Okay, so here are my final thoughts regarding the Stormcharge. Now, for $29, this is a worthy successor to the name of Stryfe. The Stryfe, of course, is an iconic blaster that everyone loves. It's really good for modification. This one can be modified also. You do have the screws back here, which is a really good difference from the other Elite 2.0 blasters out there. Now, there are some that you can modify, others that you cannot. Nerf learned their lesson with the Wild Editions, that you can modify those without a problem. There's no actual seals on this, no solvent welding. The only problem that you have to worry about is taking off these handles. There's some clips there, but those can easily be pulled off without too much of a hassle. Now, is it worth the price? I'll be honest with you, $29 for this one, for a semi-auto, there are better options out there, only because of the fact that it's kind of a high price point for what is essentially a reskin of something that you can find on eBay and you can actually find at Goodwill for much less than that. Now, if you have never purchased a Stryfe Modulus Edition and you can't find those, or even the OJ Stryfe or the Standard Elite Stryfe, then alright, go for this one. I was lucky enough that I only paid 99 cents for this on eBay. I only had to pay for shipping. There was a reseller who apparently did not know what they had in their hands. Now, regarding the Flyte. The Flyte itself, it's $20. You can find this at Dollar General. It's still on shelves. Some of the Dollar Generals don't have them displayed prominently. They have them way high up on a top shelf where you're either going to actually have to ask for help or you're going to have to actually hunt for them. So they are $20 there. Unfortunately, that's the price you're going to pay because Dollar General doesn't believe in discounting anything. It could be a broken box and they're still going to make you pay full price for it. Is it worth $20? I'll be honest with you. I got this because I wanted to see if the Alpha Strike series was actually worth it to get a pretty complicated blaster. I think a flywheel classifies as a complex blaster at this point. Is it a good introduction? Yes, it is. It introduces you to the concept of a flywheel blaster. It introduces you to what it's like to actually have batteries that go into a blaster, which is kind of neat. But again, what they're targeting here is for people who either A, can't afford the $30 for this, or they're trying to get parents that they're out there, it's a kid's birthday, or it's their nephew's birthday, or it's the day before Christmas, and oh my gosh, I forgot to go to the store. What am I going to do? I didn't get a gift. Oh, look, here's this really cool looking blaster thing. Let me get that. They're going to sucker those people 9 times out of 10 because at $20, look, it makes an okay gift. I'm not going to lie. If I was to receive this as a present as a kid and I didn't know any better, I'd be super excited about it. Why? Because outside of a paint job, the cosmetics, they're very similar and they perform pretty well compared to one another. The difference comes into play once you actually put the batteries in and you start playing with it. I did not have a single problem firing this when it came to the accuracy test. I actually had to do 3 different tests with this one because it kept on jamming. Now, it wasn't a traditional jam in the sense that the dart would get stuck there in the flywheel. No, it was a simple matter where the push rod just for some reason was not wanting to push the actual dart all the way through to get it into the flywheel to begin with. And there were a couple times when the actual darts squibbed and went all sorts of places. So, again, $20 versus $30. Is this worth it? It's entirely up to you. I believe that this one could be made to work actually better than what it is. I think it would be really cool. Anyone who's a creative modder could actually open this bad boy up, maybe install some better motors in there, install some more wiring, and turn it into an awesome sleeper because no one, and I do mean no one, is going to suspect an Alpha Strike that is going to be launching 120, 130, even 150 feet per second, depending on what you put in here. Is there space for a LiPo in here? I do not know because I have not opened it up. There probably is. You have to be creative for it. Maybe not a 3S, but most certainly a 2S. I was able to do the 3.7 battery trick that I normally do to get better performance. This one was able to hold 3 of those batteries and 1 dummy. I could probably stretch it to see if I can get 4 or maybe 3 in a traditional battery to see if I can actually get better power out of it. However, if I was to do that, I do not trust the internals of this blaster because, again, it is only $20. I can tell you that I have done it with the Stormcharge before, and that boosted performance up significantly. So this one definitely tops this one at any point in time when it comes to a head-to-head competition. But when you don't have it, this one works just fine. I want to thank you all for watching Secondhand Blasters. This has been Normatico. Until next time, keep on blasting.